Video number 2, and as promised, I'm gonna go through all the gadgets I use to track my sleep, recovery, and workouts. Here's a quick list of all the gadgets that I'm going through today. If there's a particular one that you're interested in, feel free to jump ahead and I'll have the timestamps for you down in the description box below. I spent a lot of my time researching new toys and new fitness gadgets in the market. Not only do they have to be fit for purpose, but they also have to have a certain level of extendability and ability to communicate with different apps so that I can manipulate the data as it fits me. Because most often with apps, they give you an enclosed system and that's all you get. But if you want to take the information further, it's always helpful to be able to extract that information in whatever format they allow you to export it and go from there. Let's talk about the first item on our list, and that is the Oura Ring. I've had this ring probably for the last 2 years. I bought the first generation ring a few months after it came out and I loved it so much that I bought the second generation ring when it was released. I wear it as my wedding band, and unlike the first generation, it is low profile and goes unnoticed. I use this to track my sleep and what they call readiness level. Sleep is fairly self-explanatory. It tells you the different stages of sleep that you go through. So your deep sleep, your REM sleep, and if you wake up throughout the night, and automatically reports your time in and out of bed. Now for the ladies, it also has a body temperature sensor that helps in identifying when Aunt Irma is about to visit. During that time of the month, the body temperature changes ever so slightly, but it is significant enough for the ring to be able to detect that, and you would see an upward trend in your body temperature. For me, the body temperature comes in handy when I'm getting sick. Every time I have a cold coming or I'm getting a fever, I see a downward trend in my readiness level and an upward trend in my body temperature. Oura has never claimed, and I don't think they ever will claim, that they will help you predict illness, but it has really helped me stay a few steps ahead of the symptoms. So we've gone over Oura's ability to track heart rate, body temperature, and they also do heart rate variability and motion detection. So when you're moving and when you're running, they can identify and they can distinguish between low intensity workouts and high intensity workouts, but that's as far as they will go. And that is really the only con. I would have absolutely loved it if they allowed you to also track your real-time heart rate and track your workouts as you go. But in terms of an always on 24/7 activity tracker with excellent battery, this lasts around about 5 to 7 days, depending on whether or not you have it on airplane mode. It is absolutely a no-brainer. That is item number 1. In order to fix the fact that it doesn't record real-time workouts, I have purchased the second item on this list, which we'll talk about now. And of course, I am talking about the Whoop band. This is one of my most recent purchases, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get the best out of this device, but it really meets a gap that Oura leaves wide open. So Oura gives you all the information that you would want to know. It tells you how much sleep you got. It would tell you your readiness level. But Whoop will take that one step further, and they will tell you exactly what to do with that information. Instead of giving you a readiness score like Oura would, Whoop gives you a strain coach feature. Based on your heart rate variability the night before, based on the amount of sleep you got, Whoop is going to recommend a certain amount of daily exertion that day, and they call that the strain coach. And that is absolutely wonderful. Hands down, one of the best features of the app. Whoop also sets itself apart from all the other trackers in the market by tailoring itself and targeting athletes. With Whoop, you're getting a sample every single second of every single day. And the battery life on this thing is around about 5 days. And the way that it charges will really blow your mind. I'll show you now. So Whoop wants us to wear this all day long. This is the charger that we get with Whoop. We charge this device and then we just slide it onto the Whoop itself. So we never actually have to take the device off and it will charge on our wrist. This is something that I would love to see more and more companies doing. Companies like Fitbit and Apple. These are people who are encouraging us to wear those devices all day long. So another great thing that the Whoop does, allows you to broadcast your heart rate monitor to other apps and services. So you can pair this up with your favorite fitness and workout tracking app, and you would have the reading from the optical heart rate monitor inside Whoop. But I'm really considering swapping my chest strap heart rate monitor for this If it wasn't for the inaccuracies that come with optical heart rate monitors, I would have made that trade-off long ago, but it's, again, something that I have to research. All around, I would say it's a great device. They have an interesting pricing model, so you don't actually pay anything for the wristband itself. You pay for the subscription to the cloud services, so you're paying for the data, not the technology that's on your wrist. So this is probably one of my oldest fitness trackers. This was the first item that I purchased. I think this was a few months after it came out. It's a chest strap heart rate monitor that has Bluetooth low energy and also has ANT+. It means that I can have it broadcasting to my phone using the Bluetooth and also have it broadcast to my Garmin using the ANT+, which means I don't necessarily have to take my phone to the gym with me if I didn't want to, and I can always have a look at the watch on my wrist and have the heart rate reading from the Wahoo on my chest. So the convenience of having a wrist-worn device with the accuracy of having a chest strap heart rate monitor, which is amazing. In addition, it also has onboard memory, which allows you to go for a swim and record your swim. It has a few functions. So when you double tap the top, it will create a lap and then helps you measure your distances and how you performed on each lap. An absolutely amazing device. It is a pain in the ass to wear. I have to make sure that my chest is moist enough. I have a naturally hairy chest, so I have to make sure that my chest isn't too hairy. So if it is, I might have to defluff a little bit to get the best signal. Different types of shirts might create an issue with the signal transmissions. Nevertheless, an all-around great device and probably one of the best purchases that I have made. So what are we missing? We've got the activity trackers sorted, we have the workout trackers sorted, and we have our sleeping tracking sorted. The next one is tracking my weight, body fat, and lean body mass. And for that, I use the Fitbit Aria. This was probably one of the better scales that I came across. The only limitation that it had, it wouldn't communicate with the Apple Health app. And that's easily solvable because Fitbit has an open API, and I just downloaded an app which allows me to get the information from the Fitbit server, put it in Apple Health, and then from there I can manipulate the data as I wish. So it has a few really excellent features. So it has multi-user, so both me, my wife, and if you have guests, we can set them up real quick and it tells them what the body fat is. The one thing to note with any home-based body measurement devices, so if we're using calipers, if you're using scales, it doesn't really matter. They're all inaccurate. As long as they're consistently inaccurate, that is not a problem, because I'm not looking for the absolute body weight or body fat. I am looking for relative body weight and body fat. So as long as I consistently recreate the same scenario in the morning, I should get a fairly good understanding of how I'm tracking with my body weight and body fat loss. So next up on the list, we have the Garmin watch, and this is Garmin Vivo Active 3. I'm really happy with this watch. It is probably my main daily driver unless I'm dressing up for a special occasion. This is the one that I'll be sporting. Day-to-day features, tells you the time, tells you the temperature, all the smart features that you would expect from a smartwatch. When I go to the gym, it links up nicely with my Wahoo heart rate monitor. It supports ANT+ and Bluetooth devices. So depending on your poison, it can link up with your external devices quite nicely. And one of my favorite features is the alarm clock on this watch. It has a vibration alarm. So if I want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I can just have it gently vibrate on my wrist until I wake up. And that stops the wife from waking up. Happy wife, happy life. And that makes this watch my favorite watch out of the 5 or 6 watches that I own. And this is one that I probably have on my wrist 80 to 90% of times. Now, no gym session is ever complete without some awesome music playing in your ears. And for that, I use the Jabra Elite 65Ts, I believe that is. I'll have the actual title coming up here somewhere. They sound amazing. The battery life could be better, but I really like the form factor, the comfort, and the looks of them. I can use these both for work and at the gym. Now, all of this information my sleep, my heart rate, my nutrition, and my workouts are all being collected into one single dashboard that's updated daily. I review this dashboard on a weekly basis, and then I can figure out whether or not I am still on track. If you want more information on any of these products, feel free to drop me a comment. And if we get enough questions, and if there is a need to do so in future, I can do a full review on either one of these products. Let me know what sort of content you want to see. I am planning a nutrition video, so what I eat in a day in order to hit my daily macros. And in that video, I'll discuss how I set my daily macros, how I decide how many calories I should be eating in a day. And spoiler alert, I have 4 devices that tell me how many calories I should be eating in a day based on my basal metabolic rate and my daily activity and my workouts. So I have a fairly good starting point. But when I mix all of that in with a dashboard, I can have a better understanding of whether or not these devices are actually accurate. And if you're interested in future videos, I can take you through the dashboard and show you how I actually put that together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be due any day now. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, watch this video and maybe this video, and I'll see you next time.